guys. Hello. Everybody, welcome in. I'd like to thank you all for being here. Welcome to Offshore Gamescast 101. Today we're going to be talking about Diablo 4. If you guys wouldn't mind open up your notebooks to page 666.
Is
I'm
this
Dave.
I'm Dylan.
I'm Lyle.
Is this because it's 101? It's like a class.
That's the joke.
Do I have to do homework? I don't like doing homework.
Just Dylan and I do.
Okay, good.
Wait, I have homework.
You go to school.
I have a week of freedom still.
It's still not completed then.
Diablo school.
I would go to
Diablo?
Diablo school.
Diablo is also something I have yet to complete because holy shit. It's a big ass game. I don't want to talk about that. That's for today. I don't want to talk about today. What's happening next class?
You want to talk about next week when we're talking about AEW Fight Forever on July 6th? Because I do.
I am so excited for that. It's pretty much just gonna be us and Dave in front of the camera.
Yeah, Dave will be disconnected doing his thing.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about bringing my Switch.
AEW Fight Forever is coming out on the Switch. There you go. It's always a good idea to
The only way that I'll be involved is if we get another code for the Switch and I'm playing it while you guys are doing that and I'm not listening and I'm just giving my commentary in between them. What the fuck's going on here? This bull. But then like towards the end of this, I'm like, get him! Yeah, Dave's disgusting.
And then he's really into wrestling, and somehow this becomes a wrestling podcast.
Listen, I'm just saying this. I've now had multiple people in my life who hated wrestling and are now actively watching wrestling.
Not gonna be me.
That's what they all say.
Yeah, well, I'm a truther, and they're not gonna be me.
That's what they all say.
That's what you want me to say.
No, I don't want you to say that. I want you to say, "No, I'll watch."
I'll think about looking at it with my eyes. I'll take a sit down.
Lyle, what are we doing after wrestling?
After wrestling on July 13th, we have Dodonye, which is a very, very beautiful watercolor indie game. Dodonye. Yeah. I think it's Town and Friends, and the game is named after it.
Sounds like
gonna be fun. Not gonna be fun. Gonna be very sad, but that's how I do.
Dodanya sounds like a walking sim where like the main mechanic is you're tying your shoes every mile.
If you look at it, it was at some sort of event, but I promise you, if you look at it, that you will change your mind.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure I saw it sitting on the store and went out, but just just the name of it, because there's another walking sim game I have that sounds like the name of a town, and that's just it's so simple to just take something abstract.
Beautiful French town, though.
I mean, all you got to do is take a beautiful town, give it some batshit name like The Vanishing of Ethan Carter, and you have a walking simulator.
That wasn't the name of the town, though.
No.
No, you never been to that town?
You never been to The Vanishing of Ethan Carter, population 12? Like, no?
No?
It's kind of nice.
Getaway place.
That was the first walking simulator I ever played. I was never more confused in my entire life because I had no idea what I was supposed to do.
Walking simulators are really confusing on the point of like what they're trying to get across, because you play them and it's like, all right, I know for a fact I'm sitting down. Dragon, that's the one. That's the other one. Dragon is like I think that's the name of a town, but it's a walking simulator that's very like what feels like 1940s like Europe. So that's where my brain went. But they try to do something special with walking simulators and giving like an extra level, and it's so confusing because it's like you have the simplest act of walking and then the most convoluted story that you're trying to wrap your head around, and the whole time you're just like burning calories, and it makes no sense. And then you have Death Stranding, where you piss and you drink Monster Energy.
You're not entirely wrong, but I still really like walking simulators now.
No, I can definitely get behind them. More when they're more puzzle focused.
Dodonya's not a walking simulator, though. Just saying.
It sounds like it.
Whenever I think of French towns, I think of walking.
If someone came out with a game called Baguette, I'd assume you're walking around eating a baguette in the town of Baguette.
If there was a game Baguette, I would immediately think of the game I Am Bread.
Yeah, same. I was about to say that.
It's like a DLC.
Yeah, but no, that's a character add-on. This is its own full exploration. Your whole map is a bakery. Except
So it's a small game.
it's small, but this is what you're a baguette and you're growing. You're baking. You start off the process as ingredients. So it's really like a culmination of what you can be by the end.
Food.
If you guys care, please rate, review, Spotify, Apple Podcast, anywhere you can find, listen to us, YouTube, TikTok, Smash Bros, Six Flags, Dordogne. Anywhere you will go, we will be.
And Lile's Indie Corner. Check that out.
Give us your comments.
He's gone now. Okay, let's talk about
All right,
Diablo
now
4.
let's talk about Diablo. Good thing I
The
played
both of
some.
us who have definitely played this game.
What's going on, guys?
Oh god, he's broken.
What's going
Game
on,
bot needs
guys?
to be reset.
I'm Dave.
I think you run around a lot. You press a lot of your left mouse button, and then you then you do things, and things happen on the screen.
Yep.
And
You're not wrong.
then you get loot,
There's a lot of that. There's so much of that.
and then you don't have space in your inventory anymore.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Accurate.
God damn. You know what fucking slows down gameplay? When I'm in the middle of running around and I got a goddamn stop because I see something that I want and I keep picking it up and it says, I can't do that right now. And what are you talking about? Yeah, you can. And I gotta open up my inventory and find the one pair of pants I don't want. And then I gotta spend time on my own accord,
or
going to the store to sell it all, or
teleport
salvage
to
it.
town, and then you jump back into the portal, and the stuff is still there on the ground, waiting.
I don't give a shit about that. I don't want all of it. I don't want all of it.
Sell it. Let's start talking about it from the beginning.
Death.
Who made this game?
Oh. So Blizzard Entertainment both published and developed Diablo with a bunch of other people because Activision is an entity and none of those people are individuals.
When did it come out?
A little while ago on June 6th, 2023.
What did it come out on? Boy, I thought, aren't you supposed to be like the teacher here? I thought this was Diablo 101. You're an awful teacher.
I'm gauging the class to see what they know. And apparently I have to give all the answers. But if you did want to play it...
That's what you're paid for.
Not well.
That's true.
PC, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and Xbox One.
All right. Lead us.
Diablo have. Tell me and I will tell you what character I am.
You would be a necromancer.
Probably, yeah.
Necromancer, surprisingly, not the number one class.
What is?
Don't know. Didn't look into it.
You just saw that necromancer wasn't?
That's all I needed to see. I'm a sorcerer. Mages are where it's at.
I'm probably going to be a barbarian.
Ooh.
No, I started as a barbarian and I hated it.
Oh.
I hate it.
But
We had to
punch
restart the game.
things.
They are so slow and their skills don't do shit.
Okay, I don't like slow.
It was to the point where I'm also playing co-op with my girlfriend and she was like almost a full level ahead of me with how much quicker she was killing things than my barbarian.
I wouldn't like that either.
That's why I like range. That's why I can just take them out from afar and still get some hits in.
Yeah, since then we restarted. She's still a rogue. Rogue seems pretty cool. And then there's necromancer. There's druid, which you could turn into like a werewolf.
Ooh.
And then sorcerer. And I made mine. So I made my character. I'm playing as a female, and she ended up looking like Miranda, kind of, from Mass Effect 2.
Miranda sings?
And so I was like, well, she kind of looks like Miranda. Miranda has a sister. And I had to look her up, and her name is Oriana. I was like, that name kind of works. So I'm Oriana the Sorcerer, Fire Sorcerer.
What are you, Dave?
I'm a sorcerer. I'm a lightning frost sorcerer.
What's your name?
Drawn.
I like that.
Draun. I was trying to think of something. Emily went like very elegant and just went with Amelia. But I was like, I don't know, like my dude looks like he's sickly, like me. He looks like he's stressed. Like, what's a good stressed, like sick? Like, I gave him like he's got like these he's got like the Batman dark rings, and he's just looking like something is like he's looking like every time he goes to McDonald's and asks for something off of his burger, it's always on his burger. But he knows that he likes the food, so he's gonna keep going. But it's getting like, it's just like, are you serious? And so he goes and he just starts zapping and freezing people. And his name
this is the guy challenging Lilith. I don't think it's gonna go well.
Yeah, no, he'll be fine.
I mean, Amelia's with him, so she can.
That's true. It seems like Amelia should lead the way on this one.
Well,
Lilith can offer a burger with the right ingredients not on it. And it'll be like, oh, I'm with you.
To be honest, if we go back to that one cutscene with the dude in the room when the door shows up, she basically walks in and is like, I can give you everything you desire. And Drawn will be like, no pickles! No pickles! That's all I want. Because when you take the pickles off, you can still kind of taste it. And
I will follow any deity that gives me a burger without pickles.
But, like, you know what? He's just trying to live his best life in between everything else going on.
Let's just be clear. In this world, there's nothing good going on. There's monsters everywhere, and all the towns are just messed up.
I will say, there are not just monsters everywhere. And I don't know about you, but we have a little tradition that we have started now.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Throughout the game, on top of all the demons and the bad guys and the snow, there's like goats and deer just chilling. And you know, sometimes you accidentally swipe and you kill one. Sometimes you do an AoE and it just kind of didn't get out in time. But what Amelia started doing is not only being upset with every time that I accidentally killed an animal.
Yeah, that's fair. Yep.
Somehow turned it around to every time she killed an animal, would immediately open her inventory and go for an outfit change.
Why?
Like you do in the old GTAs, like repaint your car.
Yeah, like
so
the cops don't get you.
In a way, the way it happened was she ended up putting out an attack that took out an animal. And I don't think she noticed it first, because immediately after, she started switching out her top and her fucking weapons and her shoes. And I'm like, what are you doing? With how much you just shit on me for the animals I killed, you're over here celebrating with a fashion show? So now every time it happens, I go, well, change your clothes. Gotta do something different now. You killed another one. And she'll just put the controller go, oh my god, I hope I got something new to put on. It's just the way, I love it now, because it's just like, well,
punishment.
On, this is what you get. Especially for like, how could you do that? And then just be like, well, this is a nice hat.
made out of sheep's wool.
Yeah.
I have a hat right now made out of a wolf head.
Yeah, I don't like that I don't like the headpieces for sorcerers, so I turned it off.
I'm okay with it for now. Like it's a very so this is a fun little transition to this game. I don't think Diablo 3 had it, but over the past few years, pretty much every RPG has a transmog system now, which good. We like that.
A what?
Transmog is basically I know Assassin's Creed Origins had it. Games back in the day also had it, but it's been more prevalent nowadays where here are two weapons. One of them looks really cool, but one of them's really strong. So let's
Okay.
yeah.
Okay,
So in
I get
Diablo, for example, what you do is there in your inventory when you go up to a salvager, there are like a little like chisel hammer in the corner of the item. So what that means is when you go and you salvage that item at the salvager or whatever,
Blacksmith.
the I don't care. It's the salvage menu. So it's the salvager. You salvage it and the look of the item is now in your inventory to use. So you go back to your stash and like your wardrobe and it's like, cool, I want this 300 power thing, but I really like the way this one looks. So I did that. So the way I look right now, I have my white wolf headdress thing, and I have this full on like fur and leather purple gown going top to bottom, and these really sick fucking like metal pointy boots with like lights on them and they're like glowing. It's sick. Love it.
I haven't been messing around with that too much with the transmog system just because. So let's say let's say you make your boots the light up shiny alien boots, right?
Yeah.
If you transmog your boots to look like that, when you get new boots and you put them on, it will still just look like that. Like it's not just like applying it to a specific item. It's just like that's what that slot's gonna look like.
Mm-hmm.
And I like to see what the new gear looks like when I get it. And I'm also switching out gear so much now that I don't even know like what is gonna look the coolest and what isn't. So I'm waiting until like I have like a full legendary set where I'm like, this is my gear, this is my setup. I'm just gonna level these up like crazy, and then I'm gonna make myself all like matching and cool.
It's just the way with all these loot games go. There's going to be different variations. You're going to have a legendary item and a common item that are going to look exactly the same. So just salvage the shittier one. I mean, dude, the amount of times I've come across stuff like that, and I'm just like, well, here's 3 of the same pairs of pants, and I already have them salvaged. So I'm good. But then, like,
I will say, looking back, like being almost, I'm just gonna say level 40, and then looking back at my barbarian who was like level 15, and my girlfriend did the same thing because she played rogue for both playthroughs we've done. Level 15 rogue compared to like level 40 rogue, the gear is not even comparable how cool it looks.
Yeah.
Level 15 is like rags and shit, and then like level 40 you look so badass.
That's what I'm hoping.
The loot definitely gets looking a lot cooler
because you start off as rags and you're like the beginning cutscene. You're chilling with people at a party and you get drugged and put into a fucking wheelbarrow and dragged away and you look like shit. You gotta fight your way out, and all of a sudden I'm over here with the sleekest, shiniest boots of the fucking 1400s right now, and I'm fucking styling. That should honestly be a power. If it's the middle of daytime, if I'm in the daytime game section and I'm walking around with these boots, I should have some passive that blinds enemies and stuns them for like a second.
That's how cool these boots are.
Yeah.
They're sick. They're awesome. I don't even know what they're called, but they're just here. Let me look.
Shiny boots.
Diablo 4 super cool boots.
I'm sure they'll totally come
That's
up.
Probably the name.
It fits the whole like gothic setting, right? Super cool.
Super cool boots.
No. Super cool.
Oh, like a
super
cool. like a super kick party?
Yeah.
Party.
Soup cool. Is it this one? It kind of looks like this one. It kind of looks like that one too. No, I found him.
Oh God.
Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. All right, hold on.
Great again. Great for audio.
Didn't we just want to know what they were called? I didn't know we wanted to know what they looked like.
Well, it's hard to. I don't really know what they're called. Well, on the picture that I'm looking at says Diablo IV boots. That's it. That's it.
Sweet.
Yeah. So it's like that blue is blue, but the rest of me is purple.
Great.
What are they called?
Oh.
Page 3.
How about we move on?
Exceptional boots. Oh. Everybody can have them.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I've had those boots.
Yeah, they're cool boots. So if you're down at like Famous Footwear and you're able to find them and for like, I don't know, 300 coins, pick them up.
Shit gets expensive in this game real fast.
Right now I have about like 124,000 gold, and I went to a shop and I was like, ooh, this looks cool and that looks cool. That one's 70,000 and that one's 94,000. So I'm gonna leave.
Yeah, it just gets as you level up and start getting more loot. The items in the shop will start easily costing over 200,000, 300,000. Like it's expensive.
It is.
Yeah, I don't buy anything from the shop unless it's like a noticeable armor or attack upgrade, like over 25, like more than where I'm currently at, and it has like good stats attached to it. Then I'll be like, all right, I'll spend the money on that.
Have you done any of the fun stuff in like the towns where it's like, I'm gonna remove some aspects from my weapons, or I'm gonna do this and change that? Yeah, there were some that I've done. I for my character, you have like in the other games, you have your items. They have slots. You can put gems in them. The gems do different shit depending on the type of gear that it is, whether it's a weapon, it's a jewelry, it's armor. And pretty much any single one where I think it's armor, specifically the armor, or one of them, it's like, here's a resistance to this element. I'm like, fuck you. I don't fucking need that shit. Give me some damage. Fucking pussy. And like, I don't need that. So I immediately got rid of that, and I got something that was also elemental resistance. So I stopped doing it. I did it once.
That's kind of the point of armor.
But I don't care.
Protect you from.
But if I
no wonder why you're dying so much. You're just taking off the things that protect you.
Why would I? But if I could trade 11% lightning resistance for like plus 13 all stats, why wouldn't you want that?
I'm just saying, one of us is dying and the other isn't.
One of us is twice the level of the other person.
Yeah, but I went through those levels too and didn't die.
One person is playing twice as much of the game as the other person right now.
I went through the same time and levels you did. Get on my level.
No, you didn't. You put in twice the amount of time and twice the amount of levels and twice the amount of map.
But at some point, right? Let's say I did 40 hours, you did 20.
Because you did 2 characters. You have twice the experience.
And I didn't die on the other character either.
Was that character like 10 minutes?
That character was about 5 to 10 hours.
Why would you do that to yourself?
Because I wasn't having fun with that character.
Diablo 4 is not the game for you.
No, it is. Once I became a sorcerer, it became the game for me. It became a lot better after that.
It's so much better. Where's Lile? What else is there to talk about?
Well, okay, so let's you were on the right path with the gems and the the aspects.
I mean, so I think what did they say? In order to remove gems, you either can't have the item anymore, or do the gems disappear?
Neither.
I know you have to, neither. Because I know you have to go to a shop and you're like, here's $20, take these gems out.
Yeah, and then you'll have the item and the gem not in it anymore.
Okay.
You can also, if you're salvaging something with gems, not selling. If you sell something with like the gems in it, it will sell it with the gems. But if you salvage the item for the materials, you will get those gems back in your inventory.
Okay.
But there's different types of like gems, or one is just like straight up a skull.
Yeah.
And you can combine them at some point. I think it unlocks like level 10 or 15 or something, where you can start combining them at that shop to make them like stronger versions of that. And each one of those gems or skull has a specific thing it does, whether you put it in a weapon, in armor, or jewelry, so like rings or a necklace. So you're kind of choosing like, okay, I have these 3 gems and I have an open slot in my armor piece. Which one is like benefiting the armor the most for whatever my character's doing?
Mm-hmm.
And then the aspect thing, which is really, it's good for legendaries, or you can make like a rare item a legendary through this. But all legendaries have, towards the bottom of like all the shit they do, and at some point it starts becoming like, all right, this weapon does like 10 different stat things.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's an orange like special one at the bottom that'll be like, fire damage does this percentage when this is happening. Or one of them is straight up like, you'll have an extra Hydra head on your Hydra that you put down.
Mm-hmm.
And you can take that off a legendary thing and put it onto another weapon or armor piece, whatever it is. And if that one's already legendary, it'll stay legendary, or you can make a rare one legendary that way. And that is the one that destroys the original item. But it's a good way where if you have something with like a really good skill that is perfect for your build, but you got a really strong weapon to like replace it, it's a way of kind of continuing on with that.
Okay.
And what else?
That sounds a little Skyrim.
I don't really remember like blacksmith stuff in Skyrim.
With the enchantments and stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of like enchanting, not like gem placement.
Taking it off, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but it's like, yeah, I'm gonna piss inside this bottle and pour it on my sword, and now it's gonna be a piss sword, and that's what I got.
I think you're playing a different game.
Playing Skyrim VR.
What else can you do in town? You can, every it starts to change, but it's about every 10 or 15 levels you can upgrade your potions.
Yeah.
To either like heal more, or does it ever increase the amount? I think it might.
I haven't gotten there. All I know is that it enhances the fill that it when you use it.
Because it does a thing where like
there's gotta be items that let you have like 5/5 or 6/6 or something.
Maybe. But it does, your potions will do like, it will heal immediately a certain amount of your health, and then like recharge after that the rest of the health.
There's also a dash ability. You can also up like items can give you extra dashes.
That's oh my god. Once you get 2 dashes or 3 dashes, going back to 1 is miserable.
for 2 reasons. 1, because you're slower. And 2, I can't do this right now. I can't do this right now.
Yeah.
I can't do this here.
Yep.
This is not the place. I can't do this right now.
I'm not ready for that.
You hear me, O'Brien? God damn it, O'Brien.
When you try using your dash and you're already using it, it's on the cooldown, and you're so used to having 2 or 3, but then for whatever reason you switch gear and you're back down to 1, your character voices their inability to do it.
Do you also do the thing where when, like, let's say your girlfriend has her, like, inventory up and, like, you hit the wrong button for your inventory, so you go to open the map, and also, can't do this right now. I can't do this. I can't be doing this right now.
Not that so much, but I do have fun with that, where, like, she'll be talking to someone or something in town, and you can't do attacks or anything in town.
Yeah.
So, like, I hit an attack button, and it's like, I cannot do this right now. And she's like, you trying to burn me?
It's like if you were to take like the Horizon and Tomb Raider thing and just make it funny. Like if you were to just do that and make it funny. Like it's just
so, are you saying there's no friendly fire in Diablo 4?
There maybe no, I don't think so.
It's
sad.
There's
what
PvP.
It's a self versus self conflict. You are battling the urge to want to release all that aggression and pent-up rage, but at the same time, you understand repercussions, consequences, responsibilities, knowing that most of the people around you in this town are innocent. And that is why I can't do this right now.
That's not why.
Why?
Teacher is lying.
Teacher... Yo, y'all ain't getting dismissed. I fucking dismissed this shit.
We touched on it a little bit earlier, but I do like the system of, oh, your inventory's full, or you want to go to town for whatever reason, you can just put down a portal and go right back to town. Like, there's one big main one to go to. Do your shit in town and then just jump right back into the portal, and it'll put you, like, if you're in the middle of a dungeon, it'll put you right back where you were. All the enemies are already dead that you killed, and the loot that you couldn't pick up is still on the ground waiting for you. It's a convenient system. Dungeons. I like
Cellars.
There's a lot of cellars. A lot of them you can do over and over and over again too. Like loot will like reset it basically.
Some of them though, it's like you'll only get the reward the first time.
Yeah. Oh, aspects. I do want to touch upon too. You get aspects through just like doing shit in the game, whether it's a specific dungeon or exploring enough of the map, and you can put those aspects onto weapons or gear too without needing to pull it off of a legendary.
Okay. Do you guys do the thing where, like, do you know the you know that?
So, I know that.
At certain points when you come across either a shrine or like a Lilith Karn or whatever, it'll give you a power up where it's like, oh, you'll go super fast, or you're doing super strong damage, but it only really lasts for like 20-30 seconds. So every time that happens, we both panic and we're searching for enemies as fast as possible to use it. So in my head, I'm going just looking for enemies before it runs out.
Yeah, that's why when we come across, like, it's usually one of those pillar things is like in the middle of a bunch of enemies. As soon as we see one, we're like, activate it.
Yep.
Because like my favorite one is you just become balls of lightning, and all of your skills are just like lightning bursts, like that. They all get replaced with that, and you can just spam it, and you zoom around, and you just destroy everything.
One of my favorites is no matter what you do, whatever attack it is, it shoots out like a shit ton of arrows in every direction. So I'm just running around and I'm using my chain lightning and freezing and this and that, and it's just everywhere. And I'm like, that was fun for 20 seconds.
Yeah, those are fun. What else? There's world events.
There are world events. There's also strongholds. You could do like little missions, just pop in, take out a whole town, kill everybody, and leave the young ones.
I like
and then
those.
Walk away.
So the world events are very like Destiny-like.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you know, this special enemy appeared, or this person needs help, and you need to like hold off waves of enemies, and you get loot at the end. They most of them have like a mastery thing too, where it's like, if you do this special thing within the time limit of the event, you get better loot. You also get special currency from that that you can use at a special vendor in town, where it's basically you can choose what piece of loot you want, and you'll just get a random loot of that thing. So like you could select helmet, and it'll just be like, you get a common one, and she's like, bad luck. Or you get a good one, and she's like, ooh, you got a good one there.
So just a gacha machine.
Basically. But that's how you get that currency, is like doing events like that. Or you can get silent keys or whispering keys.
Whispering keys. I haven't fucking found one yet.
We found a few silent chests.
Chests, yes. Keys, no.
So you buy it from that vendor in town.
Fuck
using that special currency.
I only have $125,000.
No. Special currency.
I'm
the
rich.
Currency you get from events.
But that's all I have. I'm poor.
You gotta do more events.
No.
And you can use these whispering keys on these silent chests, and they'll give you. So like, I open it and then she'll open it. It's not like a shared loot like everything else. And honestly, haven't gotten anything good from that yet.
Have you done any of like the map world events?
Those were the events I was talking about.
So there's world events and then there's other world events. There's world events that pop up and then there's world events you just kind of come across. Like you're just walking around and you just kind of happen upon them.
Yeah, like where it's like in the minimap, it's like a red circle.
Sort of, but at the same time, there was an icon on our minimap, and it was like this black and white circle, basically saying that in about 5 minutes on a part of the map, something is going to happen.
Oh, I haven't done those ones yet because it hasn't. They've always been like far away.
That's the thing. We see them, and I open up the map, and we're up in this top corner, and I'm like, okay. And look at Emily, I'm like, I don't think we can make that.
No, I think that a lot of that is supposed to be like end game,
Yeah.
doing those like fast traveling all over the map for grinding out loot.
So far.
Yeah, haven't done any of that. The red circle ones you come across is what I was talking about. And then the strongholds are fun. That's been my favorite part, I think. Because they're more like you go into a town and there's like a specific thing you have to do. And then you save the town and there's people there. I like that in games.
Daytime.
I like daytime games, and I like saving. I like when something is fucked up, and then you swoop in, and then it's like nice and populated, and people are living there, and you're the hero.
The more over time that you express any opinion, all it sounds
just
like
period.
All in this sense, all it sounds like is what you're trying to say is I like video games. That's like when you're walking around in a video game during the daytime and you can kill something and then you can save the town.
That's why are you so judgmental, Teach?
Because my students are fucking idiots. I got a student over here that's like, I like it when the game has daytime. What? That's like all of them.
No,
that's not true.
It's not.
That is not true.
Most games are so dark.
And it doesn't matter if they're dark, it can still be daytime. Fix the brightness, or just wait 12 hours for the daytime. It's not a brightness issue. 90% of games are so bright. They're so daytime. Then play every game, because they all got it at some point.
Not in the way that I desire.
Fable 2, it's daytime.
It's a
Gears
specific...
of War 5, it's daytime.
No, you see, it's a specific vibe that's not hitting.
Then say,
I know it.
I want a free open world RPG that lets me explore during the day. That's all you gotta say. Because every game
has
a daytime segment.
But that's not it.
Then what is
it? There's a difference between games at daytime and a daytime Dylan game.
What is it?
There's a difference.
Tell me.
I can't express it. I feel it. It's a feeling. When I'm playing it and it's happening, it's like, this is it. This is my comfy zone.
I think teacher just quit.
This makes no sense. I'm so stressed out that you're both getting detention.
Wow. What?
You should have air conditioning. That makes no sense. Detention.
It doesn't. I agree.
And not all games have the thing where there's a messed up town controlled by monsters, and then you go in and you save the town, and then it's like a populated town. That scratches the same itch for me as like House Flipper or Power Wash Simulator.
Or The Witcher 3.
That's also like the ending of every game. The whole story of every game is save the town.
No, you're not. You're. I don't think you're grasping the concept.
You just want that to happen 30 times in one game to make it all feel cohesive.
It's different. When you're in a game, right? Listen. Most games, you'll just go through and kill enemies, and you'll just kind of keep doing that, and nothing will change, and then you get to the end, and then you win, and then it's over. It's like why I like choices in games. I like to see that
just
I do things.
You like immersion.
Game. Yes, I like to do things in the game and then see it actually have an effect.
Immersion. That's all it is. All you want is immersion.
Yes.
We did it. There's no such thing as daytime Dylan games.
No, that is definitely
immersion.
A thing. That's not an immersion thing. That's
under
a vibe.
Category.
That's a vibe. That's different.
I'm gonna hide again.
Doesn't make any goddamn sense.
I'm tired of these teachers putting me down.
I'm holding you back, man. I'm holding you back. One more year at least.
You want another year of this?
Yeah, because I want other people to understand and yell at you too. We're all gonna put you.
No
in
one
detention.
will ever understand.
No, and I want a developer. I need us to get big enough to get in talks with the developer to have them make it, and then when it's made, I still won't get it.
I would have to be so heavily involved though, because it's just like I can't explain it other than it has to be daytime. That is a given.
That's easy. Easy.
And then it has to give me that feeling. That cozy, comfy feeling.
That's easy.
It's not easy. Skyrim during the day, that's not giving me that feeling. It's just not.
Why?
It just doesn't. It just doesn't.
So is it the setting? Is it
No,
just medieval?
I don't think so.
Is it perspective? Because everything you're saying, 100% you go to Skyrim, you save a fucking town, people are there, and they're like, thank you, Dylan! Also, Dylan,
no,
do you see
talking,
that? That's the sun!
There are two separate things there. Those are two separate things.
I just explained. You go, you kill the bad guys. You had the choice to kill the bad. You didn't have to, but you did. And then the people are like, "Thank you, Dylan. Come back here. Here's a sweet roll."
Is that
the sun? The sun.
Arrow to the knee. Thank you.
Arrow to the. I used to be a sun lover like you. Until I burned my eyes.
Skyrim didn't have that.
What does Skyrim have to do then? What is the one thing it has to tweak?
Well, why are we so hung up on Skyrim? I was just using that as an example.
Because it's a perfect example. It's 100% immersion. It's a full open world, full choices, people, daytime.
I don't think the daytime's an immersion thing.
Then explain. Explain.
Just, I play
maybe don't explain. Maybe just...
Yeah, I'll... Explaining just seems to make it worse.
You need to make a video on this and show examples of daytime Dylan games, and maybe then we'll understand.
I don't think you will.
The way that you're explaining it,
try.
You're getting there. I feel like we're making progress, but even though the pickles are gone, I still fucking taste them.
I don't think we're making progress on the daytime thing.
No, me neither.
I feel like we have. I feel like you're hiding behind immersion.
No,
throwing some other battle
I'm making
words
it pretty
out there.
clear. It's not an immersion thing.
No one.
I feel like this is just. I like this game, so I'm gonna call this a daytime Dylan game.
That's also not true.
You guys ever played Peggle? You guys ever played Minecraft?
Some of my favorite games.
Beat Saber, best daytime game.
None of those are daytime games.
What is the best Dylan daytime game?
It's not out yet.
Daytime Yakuza games give me that feeling.
I think we actually talked about that in the Yakuza.
Those give me that feeling. Haven't played it obviously, but I will say I also get that vibe from DokeV. But haven't played it, so I can't confirm that yet.
So what's left of Diablo 4 really? is what I want to know. That's not a daytime Dylan game.
No, it's not. It's actually it's a very gloomy game. It's very gothic, even when it's daytime. I don't really notice a day-night cycle in Diablo. I don't really think there is one.
Is Sable a daytime Dylan game?
No, we stopped. Nope. We stopped that conversation. Teacher,
I'm not gonna be done until the day I fucking die.
we moved on, teacher. We moved on. New topic.
Come on, new chapter, teach.
Not for the next goddamn week. I'll bring it back. Apparently, this curriculum needs to be retaught. There's demons.
There's a lot of demons.
There's demons. Do
you fight rats?
No, rats? You fight like rat porcupine things.
There are in dungeons there will be like a rat running around, but it's not an enemy, but you can kill it.
That's just an asshole.
It's like the goat and the deer Dave was talking about. They're just like creatures that exist that you can kill.
It's not a typical RPG where you start out killing rats in some dudes.
No, if anything, you just jump right into demons.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you also fight the angels?
Not yet, from where I'm at.
Those angels are corrupt as shit.
You definitely will.
Bribes on the low, 100%.
Yeah, there will be some angel fighting. Let's talk about the skills and the skill tree and how that works.
It's a zigzag.
Each class has their own, and there's different. There's like first is your basic attack, which is just you. That's what you hit by default on controller is X, but you can change that.
Mine's A.
That would that adds up. That's the same button. It's
well, all right, on PlayStation. That's why That's why you have to explain.
Sorry, you're right. PlayStation. I'm playing on PlayStation. Yeah, so that has the X on PlayStation. Is their basic attack. That one costs like no mana or anything, and then after that you have to like put enough skills into one section like that, and then once you do enough skill points, it like unlocks the next section, and once you put enough skill points again, it unlocks the next one, and they just kind of get more powerful, and it ends at the very end, which I am at that skill tree now. I have the very last one where you can pick like a powerful passive. So for sorcerer specifically, it's like you get 2 choices of fire passives, 2 choices of like lightning passives, and 2 of frost or ice, whatever they actually call it. So I picked one of the fire ones, and it does like more burning damage over time and stuff, which is kind of what my character's all about. And then a lot of the skills they do the thing where it's like, so one of my favorite one is the Hydra heads. I make Hydra heads appear from the ground, and they're like a turret basically. They sit there and just attack enemies with fireballs.
You're choosing your skills and setting everything up, are you being detailed and seeing what skills work better together, or are you just like, this is cool, it hurts?
I looked up a fire sorcerer build.
Right, you're build boy.
I'm build boy. I get stressed out, and unhappy when there's a bunch of skills and I'm saying like, I need a good build. It's important to have a good build in this game. I don't know what to do. So I just look it up and then I follow a build and then I'm happier.
I didn't care about this in Diablo 3, but after all my extensive hours in Borderlands, I'm sitting there at the skills and I'm just like, okay. All right. So I'm a frost boy. Okay. Ooh. So if I put down a frost blast here and I put down a blizzard on top, Blizzard does 10% more damage to frozen guys.
You're all so much more gamers than I am.
No, we're not. You shut your fucking mouth. You shut your fucking mouth. We're all equal. We're all gamers.
Stop yelling at Lile, Teach.
I swear to God, ISS is next, Lile.
What? ISS is next?
It's in-school suspension. It's
stupid.
Oh, okay.
It's like detention, but all damn day.
Yeah.
But you care about builds and matching skills. I could not care less.
That's a me thing, because like I mentioned it many times, and like because the amount of times we've been asked what's your favorite thing in games, and my answer is always progression. If you're able to find a way to constantly grow, get stronger, just get better, and pacing is a big thing. But Borderlands specifically, and obviously I've looked up builds and this and that, and I've just sat there and I'm just like, well, this is cool. But like, because it's something that I'm very limited on knowledge about, like I didn't give a shit in Diablo 3 about making a build and whatnot. But like Diablo 4 is new, is exciting. I'm trying to take a step back and relax. I'm trying to do that with a lot more games nowadays and just not like kill myself about it and just like have fun, because that's the whole goddamn point. So I'm just around.
I usually just choose skills on whatever I need in that moment.
I mean, that's what I normally do in most games. Like, I do exactly that. I don't really even think about it that much. I'm just like, oh, yeah, that sounds cool. I'll do that. Because in a lot of games, it's just kind of like, yeah, you can't really pick wrong. But in a game like this, where the build and it being like it all working together is so important, which may also be part of the reason why I'm playing as a barbarian for me, which I was not using a build I found online. I was just doing shit, was probably part of the reason why it was so going so poorly for me. But in a game where it's like that synergy, everything working together and the way everything stacks is so important, that's when I'm like, I'm stressed. I don't know what's good and what's not. So I'm just going to have someone else do that work for me.
It's a trial and error. You gotta have fun with it. I mean, I've already had to respec once, just because like you come up to a boss and it's like, hey, you can't freeze me. I'm like, I don't respect you, and then I immediately have to change my build.
So no, bosses are like the exception to everything.
Yeah.
Where like my fire does a lot of like completely stunning enemies, and some of the stats will straight up say doesn't work on like elites or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Respecking though, I do like that how easy it is to do. Where in your skill tree you could just hold down square on PlayStation, and it costs like 900 gold, which is not a lot, and it just refunds all your skill points, and you can just go in and do it again.
Yeah.
Or you can do it individually for like 40 gold at a time, like one skill. And you can stack the skills. So like I was saying before, my Hydra head is like it's level 5 out of 5. You can like stack skill points into certain skills like that, and it just makes it stronger and better.
They also have like little offshoots. So when it comes to some of those skills, you will put a skill point into like buffs for them. So with a lot of those skills, it'll have the skill which you can bring up to like 5. Then it'll have a little connection to like a little passive for that skill, and then that will split off into 2 options, and then you can only choose one of the 2 to like enhance it more.
Right.
So that brings more choice to it. And then there's also throughout the skill trees, there's just little icons to just be like, hey, do like 2.6% more damage when you're sneezing. And it's like, yeah, all right.
Gear also will give you points and skills. Yes. So for example, I have my fireball skill max out is just I shoot a fireball. And so that's 5 out of 5. And then I also have a piece of armor, I think, that gives me +2 fireball. So it's actually 7 out of 5. So you could like really work with your gear.
It also
and that's
works.
why like the taking skills off things and putting on other gear can be so important.
It also works to where if you do not have that skill and it says that you do, then you have that skill. So if it gives you 1 point out of it and you didn't already put a point in it, then you have 1 point in it, and you can just go into your inventory and be like, all right, I'm going to put this skill on now. Which is always fun.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
I think we got it covered.
I guess.
Feels like we did.
I think so.
Do you guys in general, because you said you didn't really play Diablo before, if I heard that correct?
Growing up, I like dabbled from it being on my PC because my oldest brother was really into early Diablo.
That's an understatement.
So, like, I dabbled in them as a kid, and then I did play through Diablo 3, just like the campaign story, but I not like, you know.
Most of my time, my intro really to the ARPG was Diablo 3. That's when it really clicked for me. And I put a good amount of time into it. I played it through once and then like occasionally would hop back in. Never a second full playthrough, but just to fuck around. But that was just the start. And then there's so many other ARPGs out there that I ended up picking up and enjoying over time, which just got me more ready for a bigger version of Diablo 3 and something that I'm more excited to play now that I've been there, done that with a lot of them.
So you would say that you enjoy like the gameplay loop of a Diablo of just killing things, getting loot, and
absolutely
good.
It has been a fun loop. I will say this.
Diablo's a specific beast because when it comes to a lot of those RPGs, Diablo is not only well known for, but the whole big thing is the loot.
Yeah.
It's about switching things out. Because I have, there's a game called Vikings, Wolves of Midgard, which is an RPG, and I fucking love that game. I think it came out 2017, and it ended up being in my top 10 in the year it came out. But that's one of those where it's like you choose a class and you were just stuck with that like class's weapon, whether it be like double axes or whatever, and you just kind of upgrade skills over time. So our ARPGs will have the general gameplay design, but Diablo is known for like, I'm gonna run through this 7 times, get the best loot, do it again, and that's where the cycle really comes in for this kind of game.
I don't know if it's almost getting into like a meditative state playing this game, because I do the same cycle every battle, right? So like fight starts, Hydra head, firewall, meteor, fireball, a few basic attacks, mana recharges, that same exact thing again. With that, I'm powerful as all fuck. Very few times has it been like close to death, so it's not been like stressful. I will say I don't know, Dave, but you might be playing. Are you playing on the harder difficulty between the two? They're not hardcore. There was like adventure mode and some other.
I don't know. I'd assume we are playing on whatever medium is. What does world tier mean? You see that on the map, like, or on your like your HUD on the right side. It's like world tier.
Maybe that has something to do with it. We are playing on like adventure mode, which is just like easiest for those that just want to go in and kill things. Which might kill my whole thing of yelling at you about not dying.
I was about to say, well, then it's a little unfair to say that you didn't die the whole time, and
no,
they did.
I'm just better.
So it looks like the way tiers are the levels. So world tier 1 is adventurer. World tier 2, which is what we're playing on, is veteran.
Okay, yep. There's the difference.
And world tier 3 is nightmare. So this whole time, I know for a fact I've been seeing world tier 2 on the side. So I guess we're playing it on hard.
Yeah, you're basically playing the not hardcore.
Hard,
right?
Emily, we're playing the game too hard. We're playing it on World Tier 2, which is the hard difficulty, not normal.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Well,
Are you satisfied?
I know.
I just didn't know.
Oh, yeah. When it prompted you in the beginning to pick what level you wanted to pick it on, you picked the middle.
I just wanted to play.
No.
Well, middle's always normal.
No.
Always.
You gotta read.
Fuck that. I'm here to kill demons. I'm a teacher. I done my reading.
I guess it would make sense for the teacher to be playing on veteran and the student to be playing on adventurer.
Yeah, you're a little.
And for me not to play at all.
Oh, you didn't do your homework.
No, we're sitting.
No, we already said I don't have to do homework. You're the only one who has to do the homework.
Lyle's the superintendent, actually.
What?
This is undercover boss.
What was it? Oh, yeah. So doing that cycle and not having too much of a challenge, which I'm enjoying. Like, I like that. I don't want this to be super hard.
I realized that it's super hard. I'm having fun though, but now I know why I keep dying.
Yeah, it all makes sense now. I don't know if it's also just the fact that I've been doing a lot of things, so I'm always tired. I will literally, it's happened multiple times, be playing Diablo and falling asleep at the same time. And I don't mean that as like it's boring. It just relaxes me, I guess. But straight up, like in between fights running around, like the eyes start to get heavy and it's happened multiple times.
I have never had that happen with a game. That's very
Get ready to never receive a review code from Activision Blizzard by you.
No, I'm not saying it as a negative thing.
Boring that they
no,
you to
it's
sleep.
Not boring. I am enjoying Diablo 4 quite a bit, and I always have the urge to like, you want to play some Diablo again? You want to play some more Diablo? It brings me peace.
Peace and killing.
I like that.
Not boring. I want to make it clear. I'm not bored. I'm just sleepy.
Daytime.
Also, I love wrestling, and wrestling is great to fall asleep to.
What was that?
He started talking about wrestling.
It was a one sentence. It was one connected sentence about wrestling.
Do not throw the cat.
Yeah, I won't mention it again. I swear. Okay, I think we've covered Diablo now.
Have we?
It's weird. It's weird. It's an interesting dynamic how last week was like I was reviewing Zelda, but you played more than me, and this week you were reviewing Diablo, but I played more than you. It's just...
And I'm just over here going blah.
You ask the hard-hitting questions.
Do I?
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
You
I'm
called
the
me out on
superintendent.
on giving Zelda a 10.
That's
You
true. I did.
You did.
I did. So what does this get?
Well, Dave, what does this get?
I mean, from what I played and what I assume that I'll keep playing, I think it'll be a great game. I don't think it'll be something that'll be insane to me. I'd probably give it like a solid 7.5.
And Dylan?
Which one is it? 7.25?
I'm gonna go 7.5. Emily says 8.9.
Oh. Ooh.
I would.
What's that 0.1 though? That's
yeah.
more than 9.
What held it from being a 9?
She keeps dying.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Fair.
maybe that's the veteran thing again. Yeah, I would give it a solid 8 is where I'm feeling. We did have some write-ins. First one from our friends over at the Elder Trolls Gaming Podcast at Elder Trolls Pod on Twitter. They say, we asked the people about Diablo, and they say, great campaign, diverse skill tree, fun, up until around level 70, 75. That just seems pointless and monotonous, and you start wondering why you're playing. Also, PC version doesn't run great, very laggy.
What else is new?
Yeah, I will say playing on console, have had zero lag, even with like 1 million enemies on screen and like a bunch of skills popping off. No lag, no frames dropping, nothing like that.
You know, it's one of my
nice.
number one favorite ignorant sayings.
Boy.
Or just like ignorant thoughts when it comes to game development. Why doesn't it run good on PC? Didn't they build it on PC? Get it? Because they're coding on a computer. Get it? Why didn't it work? They on a computer.
This is pure that moment when the teacher is like trying to be funny with the class and it's just not
kids.
landing.
What's up with science? Huh?
I could see that hitting a point in the game with when you're high enough level and you kind of finish the story and stuff where it's like, all right, what now? Which is also like how I play games also in general. I get that.
Same.
You hit credits, you move on.
Typically, yeah. Even DLCs have a hard time like getting me to relaunch a game. It has to be like a significant DLC.
Or just like I play everything in the series anyway. Like
Yeah.
Because like that's one of those things that's like obviously every Borderlands DLC that comes out, I'm gonna play it. But occasionally, like there'll be a DLC that comes out where I'm just like I want it. I want to play it, but like what the fuck am I gonna do? And so I sit down and I play Metro Exodus' DLC and I'm fucking getting away gunk with a fucking flamethrower for 3 hours, and I'm like, this is why this like I'm never gonna play a DLC again.
Hey Drunk Gamers on Twitter also wrote in about their thoughts on Diablo 4. They are at Hey Drunk Gamers on Twitter. And they just said, Game of the Year.
Gotta have those Diablo fanboys.
Yeah, the people that like Diablo, well, there's like I was saying before, there's like the subset of fans, right? There's the fans that love the new Diablo, and there's the fans that love the old Diablo. They don't like each other.
That's how it be this time of gaming.
Yeah, no, it's kind of always been like that. People are weird with video games. They're too tribalistic gets used a lot when it comes to it, but it's kind of true.
Yeah, it is.
It gets much more confusing when you add a third guy, because you already have the one guy who really likes the
no,
first
are we
thing.
back to the
And
guys?
then
we're back to all these
you
guys
have
again.
another guy that also likes the first thing, but they kind of keep going to the point where the first guy's like, you know what, I could stay here. But the second guy's like, I can't stay here,
Those
but I'm not going to go hang out with the third guy who's playing the other thing.
He just really likes guys.
Yeah, this teaching strategy of constantly talking about guys is just strange.
Is there such thing as too many guys?
Yes.
It's like teaching algebra and be like, all right, so this X right here, this guy, with this 2 and this guy.
They're all equal. You just got to find out how. We're all the same on the inside, just numbers.
We'll go with that. That's sure.
This
Lyle.
episode is chaos. Yes.
Yeah, this has been pure chaos. What's a notable game release we have coming up?
Oh yeah, we only have the one. In Her Ashes is coming out on the 30th of June for PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Series X and S, Nintendo Switch, and PC. And this is another very sad game about Alzheimer's. So, have fun.
Oh shit! Hold on.
God. I think we have another entry. Come on.
What about Everybody 1-2 Switch?
I have no idea what that is.
1-2 Switch happened already.
Everybody.
They're making another.
It's a sequel. It's called Everybody 1-2 Switch, and it comes out in 5 days.
What is that?
It's like a bunch of mini games where you just kind of like go against another player, and it's so dumb, and it's just kind of taking advantage of the motion controls and shit.
The first one launched with...
You can drink a cup of water faster. Like, it's the stupidest
The first
thing.
one launched with the Switch, but not in like the Wii Sports way of like, it comes with your Switch to show the tech. It was, here's the Switch, and then for like $40, here's this game if you want.
What's this?
I forgot about this because I had it in my list different. But also, AEW Fight Forever comes out on June 29th. It is coming to PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, PC, and Switch. Everything.
Nice. And we're going to talk about it next week.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about next week.
So it's coming for Switch, Dave. You said you wanted to buy it for the Switch and just play it.
I said if we got an extra code, I would play it on the Switch.
I distinctly remember Dave saying, I cannot wait to buy AEW Fight Forever for my Nintendo Switch. Just like that.
I feel like I heard that too, Teach.
Well, remember, teachers don't get paid very well. So if you guys want to start a little bake sale...
That's different here, so...
For Mr. Whitman, then, you know what? It's
Mr.
Good.
I don't like that at all.
I wish I had a whiteboard and not just a wall, so I could just like crudely write Mr. Whitman in the background.
I'm about to start my tests for school because it's an online school are proctored through a webcam, and I can only use a whiteboard for notes.
Like an actual whiteboard?
Yeah.
Do you have a whiteboard?
No.
Oh, you gotta get one.
Yeah.
I just imagine like a webcam, and you're like, huh.
You gotta do you actually have to do a 360 of your room with the webcam to make sure that you're not cheating, so they can see it.
What is this? Ubisoft's NDA?
because you can't just have someone else come in after you've shown the room and have everything.
Yeah, they yes, you could.
Good. Okay.
You could, but if they catch on to you, because they're watching the whole time. They catch on to you.
But I would imagine you only do the 360 ones, right?
That is true. You only do but if they are like, let me get another one. You kind of have to do it.
You didn't show the floor. You got socks on?
I mean, you can just have someone in the room with you all the time, holding up the cards.
What you do
and then
is
when
you,
not
when
doing
they
the 360.
Say,
you do a 360. You have someone stand directly behind you.
Yeah.
Spinning with you.
I feel like we have the perfect method for you to cheat, and you should take advantage of it.
I don't need to learn anything. I'll just cheat my way through school.
You're still learning. You're just learning how to cheat.